Hello again, and today we're back with another masterclass. Today we're going to be talking about Stephen Curry, so shooting ball, handling, and scoring. So we've just been redirected to the page, and I'm just going to show you how it will look like. So first of all, shooting, stance, alignment, and mechanics. You can see the photo over there of him ready to shoot. And now just scrolling down to see the different subclasses that are on offer. So class number 1, introduction, write your own story. As you can see, again, we've got the lesson video, the running time, topics include introduction, and the lesson discussion with a comment section. Lesson number 2, shooting, stance, alignment, and mechanics. Again, we've got the same sort of structure. Lesson number 3, form, shooting, practice. Lesson video, you've got your topics, set high expectations for accuracy, and so on. Lesson number 4, we've got shooting off the catch, adding the catch to your mechanics. Number 5 now, we've got ball handling foundations. Again, some small details, the topics that are included within that. The best way to become a better shooter is to become a better ball handler. You've got your little description there and the lesson discussion with your latest comment. It was great. It improved my ball handling and shooting. Lesson number 6, shooting off the dribble, part 1. Lesson video again, lesson discussion with 123 comments. And number 7, ball handling on the move. Again, you can see sort of the progression of those classes now that you're comfortable with your stationary ball handling mechanics. What comes next? What can you learn after that? And number 8, we have shooting off the dribble, part 2. So this class was sort of divided in part 1 and part 2, and you've got your review at the way in the end as well. So you've got 4-way pickup, shooting concepts, everything is there. And we're going to move on to number 9. So that is creating space from your defender. Lesson video, again, you've got all the sort of goals, topics that are included, and your lesson discussion, or latest comments. You can see I have been watching these lessons and working as hard as I possibly can. Number 10, film session, creating space and beating your defender. Illustrating the concepts from the previous chapter with real in-game scenarios. So you can see again, it's very practical. It's not just theoretical, because with something like shooting, you'd want to see how it's going to play out in the real game. And lesson discussion, best one yet in the comments. You can see the running time as well. Scrolling down, number 11, ball screens. Every player should work to master the ball screen. Again, stay tight to the screen. And the lesson discussion, 25 comments on this class. You have to relax the upper half of your body. You can see other students commenting on that class. And number 12, film session, ball screens. Take a look at game film. Stephen brings the ball screen work from the previous chapter to life. And love this session is the discussion that we have. Number 13, scoring at the rim. Again, film session reading, the help defense, latest comment. It was really weird for me to see Steph flex his wrist like that on the floater. So as you can see, it's not comments only of the type, oh, I love the session, but you've also got stuff that people found interesting or difficult. Number 14, we've got off screens, curl, pop, and fade. Straight line pop, corner fade. Latest comment, look at Curry man. 28 comments on that class. And number 15, ball handling overloading. Stephen teaches you his approach to overloading with 2 basketballs and a tennis ball to help you become a more confident ball handler. And review stationary to ball. So you can see you've also got the reviews, the latest comment right there. And number 16, pre-game preparation. And now we're going to move on to class 17, conclusion, the journey towards perfection, pushing yourself towards your full potential. It's almost like it's rounding up the class. And you can see the latest comments. And I'm going to also now show you how the class workbook looks like under the resources section. That's something you can download and follow along. So I've just downloaded it right here. I'm just going to click on it. And it should redirect us. And this is a wonderful resource to follow along. So here you can see a picture of him, Stephen Curry, about, continue scrolling down. And you can see it has also detailed diagrams that might help you, if that helps you more in like sort of learning. You can see that they've included different ways of learning the craft. It's not just the videos, it's not just a written description. You've got different resources on the website. Here's your Twitter and Facebook. You can share everything on those platforms. As we mentioned before, it's a very social thing, and we'll show you how that looks like as well in the community section. The resources, as you saw, that was where we found the class workbook. And that's how we start the lesson. So I'm just going to show you the community page so you can get a feel of how that looks like, how you can network with other people across the world on your common passion that this masterclass brings out. So these are all the different threads that have been started by different people taking the class. You can see this is the most popular one, shot trackers, 15.2K. And we're just going to press on that. And here you can see different comments that people have made, different users that have been taking the class. Great. And we're just going to press start lesson to see how the lesson looks like in practice. Just waiting for it to load. And again, here you can see the title of the class, shooting, stance, alignment, and mechanics. This is class number 2. Just gonna go straight to the end. And you can see just along the sidebar, we've got all the different details. So that's how the video looks like. It's very good quality, as you can see. And if we just continue scrolling down, we can see the full classes. This is where you can rate the lesson. Class workbook, again, what we showed you before. You can also download it from the class itself if you haven't beforehand. And those are the top rated lessons. So you can see which ones have been the most popular, essentially. This is another way you can go to community. So join the community to see what your classmates are talking about, delve deeper into lessons, get feedback. And going back up. And you can see there as well, you can see the workbook for training professionals. Over here, you've got a little description. And of course, you've got the running time of the whole masterclass, 3 hours and 41 minutes and 17 videos. That's the whole duration of the... As you can see, The layout as well is very clear. You can find everything very easily. There's many different ways. For example, you can go to the community page or to download the workbook. So that makes it quite easy to follow. And that was it from us today. Thank you very much for following.